So not my best lighting here, but yesterday I had done the live stream for Aew Wrestledream year 2025. Just saying that just in case anyone's like, which year? And honestly, guys, I'm not going to give you a full match-by-match review. Wrestledream might have been my favorite AEW pay-per-views. There was just incredible wrestling matches to tell the whole world exactly again. Like, if you really love professional wrestling, this is the type of stuff that you need to be watching. You need to be watching AEW. And I'm not just saying that as an AEW fan, it's as a fan of professional wrestling. I truly believe that this is one of, if not the greatest wrestling companies out there. You know, it's an expression to allow these guys to truly be themselves out there, to have the ability to pull off technical wrestling, hard striking matches, high flying styles, as well as hardcore wrestling out there for those who miss the old days of ECW. You know, you really get a blend of everything with this. And if you want wrestling uncensored, I mean, how many, F-bombs did they drop on that night right there? And it's fun. And, well, people can say, oh, it's indie wrestling. Here's the thing, indie wrestling does not mean bad. It's a lot of fun to go to an independent wrestling show and watch that stuff, man. It's a lot of fun. And really, the best thing out there is the fact that there were no new debuts. There were no new shocking type of, surprises. I mean, the only real surprise was like, oh my God, Sting is here. But you kind of thought that Sting might be there anyways. Someone had brought up the idea on one of my live streams about Sting showing up for the I Quit match with Moxley and Darby. And I was like, yo, that's a great one. I honestly, there was times where I thought that Moxley was going to say I quit just to protect Darby Allin in the I Quit match. Just like, okay, I can't stop this guy. I can't finish him. I love him too much. So to save him, I'm going to say it, to save him. And it didn't happen like that, but I honestly, guys, for the longest time, Revolution 2020 and Double or Nothing 2019 were the greatest AEW pay-per-views for me. And I'm happy to say that in the year of 2025, AEW still has it big time. And they're moving in the right direction. Like, honestly, like, this company right now able to push the future generation stars. And here's the best thing is that these wrestlers like Darby Allin, Kyle Fletcher, Tony Storm, Statlander, just to name a few, excuse me, are going to be there for a long time. Darby, who knows? We have to appreciate Darby while we've got him, but he says he's in good health. But man, it's just the stars that we have right now they're the ones to carry AEW in the future. They're the stars of now and the future. I also forgot to mention Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe as well. That match between Fletcher and Briscoe was absolutely incredible. I mean, it was amazing how every single match just seemed to get better and better and better. It was amazing. Highly recommend. I can't think of anything that I would have changed. The only thing that maybe I would have gone just a little bit different is in the I Quit match. I never heard Moxley actually say the word I quit. He just gave a head nod or something like that. To me, it's not good enough, but but yeah, it was amazing to see Darby hit the Scorpion Death Drop, and then not only that, the Scorpion Deathlock. It's like that the torch got passed twice. Tony Storm gifting Statlander the championship and then hugging her, as well as Sting giving Darby the baseball bat. Sting threw it to him. I know it's just a baseball bat, but I think there's a greater story behind it, and it says, this was mine, now it's yours. At least that was my interpretation of it. Honestly, guys, I just even the impromptu TBS championship match, I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, where's the TBS title match? Oh, there's none. That's weird. And then, you know, Mercedes and Mina Shirakawa fucking killed it. I thought that Mina was going to get the championship, honestly, that night. She performed greatly. And, you know, when you ask yourself what's next for Toni Storm, I came up with this idea in the segment that they did later on. Toni was lifeless. Mina came up to her, and Toni's like, we have lost everything. And Mina's like, no, we haven't. We still have each other. And that brought life back to Toni for a moment, where when she stood up, they hugged, and it was almost like there was life back into Toni Storm. I think these ladies are going to be the next women's tag team champions. The brackets are going to be revealed on Wednesday, and I'm so excited for this. And I want to say this again. Excuse me, my throat's real dry. Is the fact that I remember when I first started doing these live streams for the AEW shows, people would always ask me, oh, when should we get AEW women's tag titles? I said, not yet. They're not ready. They are not ready. The number one criticism really that AEW would get all the time is about the women's division. Rightfully so. Now, you cannot criticize that. AEW has tremendously evolved the women's division, where I was like, I am ready for those tag titles. You have enough names that are kind of together, and you could even bring in more names. You know, someone brought up the idea of maybe bringing Scarlett in. I mean, with the women's tag team division, with the women's title, the TBS championship, now the AEW women's tag titles, you might need more women on the roster right there. You might need it. All I know is that I want Hikaru Shida back. Where's Shida? Holy Shida, give me you back. I don't know, that name just kind of came up to me. But yeah, honestly, I'm so proud of the company for where it is. I mean, last night, after the show was over, and to me, I was just like, this is why I have this much joy. Like, you know, for me, if I could share a little something personal with all of you guys, I pay attention to politics, and right now it's it's exhausting to pay attention to, but it's something that I have to do. Anyways, I get my break Wednesday nights, Saturday nights, and the pay-per-view nights for AEW, and that's when I get my joy, and that is what I'm so thankful for. Like, what this company has done for me as just a human being, you don't even understand really how good it feels to have so much joy. Seeing Jurassic Express there, I don't know, it filled my heart with joy, and I just had so much joy seeing Brody and, you know, Bandito do the Macarena. I got so excited when Brodito retained the tag titles, because I was scared that they were gonna lose the tag titles. Like, you know, it's amazing, because like sometimes you think you know exactly where the match is going, and you're like, oh man, I was like, is that the finish? Is that the spot? And then I was so worried, because I was like, oh, it just seems to be fitting right now that the Don Callis family's gonna win it. No. And then when Okada accidentally hit Takeshita with the Rainmaker, I was like, yes, I know the finish now. I know the finish. It ain't gonna be fucking the Don Callis family. Brodito retains. And it just to shut my brain off, like literally, like I got so excited. Like I felt in my soul that I was like, Kyle Fletcher's gonna beat Briscoe. I was like, I feel like that Briscoe's not the guy to do it. And then what did Tony Khan do? He gave me such a great matchup with multiple close fall finishes, where Briscoe almost had the championship. And I was like, Tony Khan, he hit the J Driller, and I think I can't remember if Briscoe pulled Fletcher away, but it was 1, 2, and Fletcher just got like a finger on the rope, and I was like, Tony Khan, you son of a bitch. I was like, man, I didn't care who won this match, because I love both guys, but now you really made me want Mark Briscoe to win. And I love being a wrestling fan, I love having, you know, my smart mark wrestling brain turn off and be like, okay, that's the spot, that's the finish right there. No, just watch and enjoy. Like, you don't understand. Like, sometimes I feel like it's hard to shut off the wrestling brain sometimes, because like we're pretty smart about knowing the finishes a lot of times, but to be able to then shut it off and be like, oh, and just enjoy. I apologize for turning this into a 10-minute long review here, but I'm gonna shut up now before I go too long. But this, it gives me joy. Like, you don't fully understand. I don't know if you fully understand, but I love having a smile on my face. I love being a professional wrestling fan, and AEW gives that to me. They really do. And somebody might comment down below, say, stop glazing. I was like, dude, I'm just telling you exactly how I feel. It's my opinion on how I feel. I love AEW. I love the wrestlers that are there. I love the different type of styles that AEW has, and I am just so thankful for a company like this being around. Because without AEW, I mean, really, I don't know what I'd be doing. I wouldn't have the AEW Universe mode that I do. I wouldn't have, you know, all of you here with me. I wouldn't be doing anything on my YouTube channel without AEW. I wouldn't have this type of joy in my life, it feels like, without this company around. It just brightens up my world a little bit with AEW being there. So I like to promote my joy and happiness. And Wrestledream, people always go like, you know, oh, they dropped off CM Punk, this company's gonna die now. We don't need Punk. We don't need him. Yes, do I wish that we had matches with CM Punk and Will Ospreay and things like that? Yes, but here's the thing, we don't need Punk. See, like, here's the thing, and I'm gonna go off a little bit more, okay? CM Punk unfortunately started to become a little bit of an issue at AEW, and yes, you know, you can always go back to the Bucks as well too and things like that, but when it came down to it, CM Punk was causing a lot of fucking problems. He was trying to call out Hangman at a Page when the show was off the air before, and then he had to, you know, apologize to Hangman, send him a text or something like that. And then Punk, you know, get in the fight with Jack Perry, and I was just like, dude, I was like, you're a fucking grown-ass adult there. In the year of, what, 2023? It's like, I understand that people were like, it's not that big of a deal, wrestlers fight all the time. It's like, yo, this is backstage, though. Like, this shit is not supposed to be happening there. And also, Punk was kind of a bit of a bitch when Jack had his hands up, and that's when he decides to get physical. It's like, fuck you, dude. But, you know, it's like, you know, people are like, oh, man, well, somebody's got to go. And it's like, you know, who are you going to fire? Punk or the Bucks? Like, what are you gonna, like, the Bucks are the originators. They are literally the founding fathers of AEW. All Elite Wrestling. You get rid of the Bucks, you got Punk. It's just like, it's not a good look if you lose all three of your EVPs and you've only got one in Kenny Omega there. I don't know. We've gone through our troubles before with this company, yes, but we're really just got the rocket ship on the back, and I'm so proud of them. I really am. You know, there's so many people that try to tear this company down on social media, but I think that they are getting so much positive traction. And again, you can have your different view. You might not like the I Quit match with Darby and Moxley because of the hardcore violence, but it's also about what it showed, that Moxley could do whatever he wanted. Darby was never going to quit, and he is AEW loud and proud. Brought the AEW flag to the top of Mount Everest, held it high, like he wrapped himself into it like a security blanket. He wrapped the AEW flag around him like a security blanket. At the end of the match, it was about the story as well there too. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut up now. I apologize for going longer, but I'm so proud of them. I just truly believe that I really wish more people would get invested into this company, because I really wish that people would have this type of joy that I do for AEW. I wish that more would be out there and realize there's more than one way to do things. So many people are stuck in the WWE ways, And that's not the only way you do things in professional wrestling. There's so many types of different wrestling styles and different ways you do things out there. It's not just one way, but it's how people have been trained to believe for the longest time. And I just hope as more time goes on, maybe more and more people will fall in love with AEW. That's my hope. That's my shutting up now. Sorry. Anyways, if you feel the video deserves it, hit that like button down below, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified when we go live for all the videos that we do. Stay elite, y'all.